I also read an interesting thing that I wonder if you saw this. This is a Abby anecdote. The Garland, so sort of the origination of these 28 Days Later zombies, so a long time ago. You know, he was a big fan of Romero and old zombie stuff. You know, he was born in the 70s. He's like in his 50s now. He played Resident Evil, the video game, when it came out. And if you ever played it, I grew up watching Will play it because I didn't own the system and I also was too scared to play it. When you play that game, he would bring up that, like, it was interesting, but the scariest part were the dogs, the zombie dogs, because they move so quickly that you couldn't prepare for them.
The
And
Zogs.
that's what the Zogs. And that's what inspired him to make the Fast Zombies, which defines this whole series and defines a lot of movies since. It's pretty amazing for the video game universe to do that. Another thing that came up more in this one, no, actually it's in both of them, is the obsession with like resources running out. Resident Evil was a game that was very into like saving your ammo, you're mixing things, and Will would always be pressing done, and I wouldn't care at those points. So that I thought that was really interesting. And then in terms of this movie, one of the things I saw Boyle say that made him so excited about the script was he said he sort of approached it differently after COVID. Garland took another crack at this movie after COVID, which obviously was a lot of like resource hoarding and apocalyptic views that we all got to experience that none of us had ever experienced before. And so that explains, again, a new excitement that they sort of had working together on this.
Some additional color about the video game influence, because I did hear that about Resident Evil. The idea of the shuffling, slow zombies, just being able to literally in parts of Resident Evil, your best option is to just run away, and it's actually often not that hard. Resource management you covered, but the fast zombies, the most famous jump scare in all of the Resident Evil series is the first time you meet the dogs, they jump through the windows. And in 28 Days Later, at the end, I forget the name of that black zombie that they were seeing how long he starts. He jumps through the window. In the beginning of this, in the church, they jump through the window.
Yeah, wow.
So that is directly him showing his love. But yeah, the dogs, and also The Last of Us is what inspired the sort of evolved forms, mutated forms of the infected.
The alphas and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the different versions.